If we have a look at history of the last, say, 150 years, and so the end of the 19th century, all of the 20th century, 21st century to date, and we look at that through the lens of the generations, that is from the human viewpoint, the people who were there, the people who created all of that history, who participated in all those events, and particularly the conflicts, the major conflicts of that whole 150 years. And we see that there was, the start of it was the lost generation, 1883 to 1900. They came of age just in time to go and fight in the Great War. Millions of them didn't come back. And so upon recovery from that, they then gave rise to the silent generation, what it's called as. And the silent generation were again the group of people born 1901 to 1927, and even on right through to the 1930s, and the people who came of age just in time to go and fight in another world war. And once that conflict had ultimately been resolved, they came home to start their lives again and their nation building again, and they gave rise to the baby boomers, and that's where I come in. So baby boomers, all babies born between 1946 and 1964, and I can only view from an Australian viewpoint. So I have a lot of stories of what life was like in Australia, being raised in the 1950s by people who had just finished serving their country in a horrific conflict, and what that was actually like. It wasn't bad. I'm not saying, oh, poor me, poor baby boomers, look how terrible their life was. It wasn't terrible at all. It was wonderful. It was fantastic. It was fabulous, because although we didn't have many things that you would call creature comforts today, but everything that we had was normal, and it was appreciated, and we made do with what we had, and we were happy with it. So they're not bad stories I've got to tell. I've got to tell a lot of stories. They're all, I think, mostly pretty happy stories of a childhood of a baby boomer in Australia. And I'll hope that you'll enjoy the stories and come along for the ride. See you there.